another episode of my trip to Zanzibar, and today I want to share with you all the places that I visited when I was there, and basically a must visit places when you're in Zanzibar. But before we start, it's important to note that when you take the ferry from Dar es Salaam to Zanzibar, you alight the ferry at Stone Town. Stone Town is a town in Zanzibar where most of the things ndo ziko basically. So it's like the Nairobi of Zanzibar. I'm not very sure whether it's the capital city, but because I don't want to lie to you about that. Just know when you alight to the ferry, you get to the very famous Stone Town, and that is where I was actually. I spent all the night that I was there, and that is where most of the activities that I did were not like the town, but off town a little bit, like not um a long distance. Okay, another thing, when you're traveling, when you want to go somewhere, even if it's not in Zanzibar, it's very good to do a lot of research on the things to do when you get to where you are going. Before I went to Zanzibar, I had done a lot of research, you guys. Nilikuwa na research mob, and I already knew the places that I wanted to go to before I even got there. So this video is one of those videos that is gonna share with you the fun places and the beautiful places to visit when you're in Zanzibar. All right, so that said, let's now get into the first place that I visited when I was there. So the first place that I went to was Prison Island. Prison Island is not very far from Stone Town. It's almost like it's just a few minutes to the ocean. Then you take a boat that takes you all the way to the island. The boats are paid, and I paid Tanzania shillings 20,000, and that translates to about 1,100 Kenya shillings. The boat from the now shore, it takes like 30 minutes to an hour depending on the status of the ocean. If there are low tides, the trip will be faster. If the tides are very high, the boat you're going to take a longer time. So I wasn't lucky. I got there when the tides were super high, in as much as I'd gone in the morning hours. But then the trip was awesome because you guys miss him waga. So we were just high and low and all that in the boat, and I thoroughly enjoyed that trip to all the way to Prison Island. So Prison Island is a prison that they say it was used by the colonist. Is it basically what to when people were like basically it was used to detain slaves during colonial time. That is what they told us, and someone also told us that there was an outbreak, and then people were being taken from their places, the sick people now, and they're taken there. So I'm not very sure about that, but then that is the Kidogo history we're given. But mainly they say during colonial times, the place was used to detain slaves. All right. So another thing that is in the prison island, there are tortoises, like old ones. One is actually 196 years old, you guys. It's really like really big, inakaa ni kama inaweza kubeba, but then yani it was such a nice experience. So we got to feed them, and just to watch them try to walk because they're super old, and because I think they've grown so big, they kind of struggle to walk. But then si mnajua mzee Kobe huwa hana haraka, so that is one of the things that I saw in Prison Island. And there's also peacocks. You guys, me, in my very many years, I have never seen a peacock in my life. I don't know how. But for the first time I got to see a peacock, but then unfortunately I wasn't able to see it, ikinua hizo mabawa zake, and I missed that experience. But maybe I'll get lucky next time, or maybe you get lucky when you go there, uipate when it's in good moods, and you get to experience that. So there are peacocks, there are tortoises, and basically it's just a nice place to chill. It's an island, you're watching the ocean, and it was such a nice experience. All right. And Last but not least, it's really a nice place to take photos. I took very nice photos in that place, you guys. I know you saw them. I took very nice photos in Prison Island. The ambience is really good. The background, I took amazing photos. So if you like photos like me, Prison Island is going to do you justice. You're going to take amazing photos like I did. All right, so the entrance there is there's an entrance to Prison Island, but then I was lucky because I can speak Swahili. You know, like ukiongelesha tu seme, you putting there some accent, they actually treat you like one of them because they don't even check the documents whether you're Kenyan. So Mimi, like looking just being able, like looking at like an African and being able to speak Swahili was a plus for me because that saved me a whooping 800 shillings, or let's say 900 shillings, because the entrance fee for visitors was 16,000 TZ shillings, and that translates to around 900 shillings, 900 Kenya shillings. So me being able to speak Swahili saved me a lot of money, and I ended up paying 3,000 Tanzania shillings only, which translates to about 200 Kenya shillings only. All right, so if you can speak Swahili, you're lucky. Those people don't check your passports. In fact, nikitembea around, I never used to carry my passport. I just had my ID just in case of anything. So I was lucky, and that is all about Prison Island. It was such an amazing experience, and the fact that the island, it was such an experience. So the next place you'd want to visit when you're in Zanzibar is Stone Town itself. You guys, Stone Town is beautiful. There's a lot of old buildings, and they are really, like, really beautiful. Just walking around and exploring Stone Town itself was amazing. Just looking at those buildings, nakupatia some Italy vibes, you guys. Like, it was such a nice walk just in the town. You get to see what people are doing, you get to see the buildings. But honestly, for me, the buildings just carried the day, you guys. They're such beautiful buildings, and they are really old. Someone told me some of the buildings are over 100 years old. Okay, so there's this particular one that it's called, I've forgotten the name. So it's just, now there's nothing in there. There are just people in there doing business. One was mostly this African stuff, and paintings. And also, when you walk around the stone, there are very, small streets. Just walk around and feel so good. And the best thing about the streets is that you can walk there at 12 at night, and nobody is going to ask you questions. Hey, ingekuwa Nairobi, wewe na wenye nchi, But one thing with Zanzibar, it's super safe, because you guys, I was new there, I was alone, but then I made friends there. So we could hang out until late. You can imagine hanging out with strangers in their country very late, and you're feeling very okay, you're feeling very secure. And they assured me the town is safe, and it was safe, you guys. We never encountered any problems. So I just walked through the streets feeling myself. Okay, so Stone Town streets, the town is very beautiful, and when you go there, you'd want to make time and just explore the town, get to see the town, get to talk to the people there, and basically just get to know what exactly they do there. Most of them have shops that they sell African stuff, that is Masai shukas, lessons, beads, and I saw very beautiful paints in Stone Town. So basically, Stone Town is really very beautiful. When you go to Zanzibar, just make sure you take some time and walk through the walls of Stone Town. The third thing, and the most exciting thing that I did and especially in Stone Town, was visiting the Forodhani night market. You guys, I'm a foodie and I love food, and let me tell you a little bit of about Forodhani. So Forodhani is a market that they come to sell food at night. During the day, that place is just a park like Uhuru Park, where guys just go and sleep. You know what happens in Uhuru Park? They sleep, talk and all that. That is during the day. It's just literally a park. But at night, they go there and showcase their food. They have a lot of foods. They have very tasty foods, you guys, and there's a lot of seafoods. So if you're a lover of food and you are a lover of seafood, Forodhani Market will do it for you guys. I was fearing because I have a terrible stomach, so if I eat something kidogo that is compromised, me and my stomach, we don't have peace. But you guys, I ate, what did I eat? I ate something they call Zanzibar mix, and then also I ate shawarma that was extremely sweet. And my stomach didn't bring problems, so I was safe. And I just got to experience the night there. You can imagine just walking through the streets and eating food, at night. Forodhani Market is the place to be, and there's a lot of food there, though it's a bit pricey, but anything for the experience, you guys. It's a bit pricey from I mean, compared to the outside. But then if you're visiting, you would want to do such things, because honestly it's a one-time thing, and it's totally worth it. So that is what happens in Forodhani Market. As I said, during the day it's a park, and in the night they come at around 6. They start kujipanga, yeah, basically kujipanga. They put their foods in, they're cooking, you can see them cooking. Saa zingine unatolewa kwa jiko, unapatiwa, unakula. So that was a Forodhani night market. That was such an experience. Also, I don't know whether you've seen online that there are guys who dive in Forodhani as well. And also it was such an amazing experience to watch them dive in the water, and just showcase their talents. I stood there and watched them, and I wanted to like dive like they were doing, but I was told, sis, ladies don't jump here. I'm not so sure whether they don't, but that day I didn't see any lady diving into the water. But because me and trying things, honestly I would have done it, but then I was told ladies don't do it. So I was like, peace, I don't want to do things that people don't do there. So that was Forodhani night market. The food, you guys, is amazing, and just watching food, yeah, it was so amazing. Okay. Another place that I really really loved is a visit to the spice farm. A spice There's a spice farm called Tangawizi spice farm. And what exactly happens in the spice farm is that there's a lot of spices, like in the plants themselves. So kama ni, if it's something like ginger, you see the plant there. I've never seen ginger, you guys. Naonanga ile, like the raw, is it the thing, the one that you buy at the market to come and cook? I've never seen like when inapandwa, how the plant looks like. But I was lucky to visit the spice farm, and I got to see all of these spices. They have a lot of spices: cinnamon, ginger, turmeric, um what is it called, a lot of, basically there's a lot of spices. And there's a lot of also fruits that I've seen before, and others that I have not seen before as well. So that the Tangawizi spice farm, also you pay for entrance fee. And because they were treating me as a local, I also paid some 15,000 TZ shillings, and that translates to about, I think, to about 900, 800, there about Kenya shillings. So I paid that, and when you pay, you're given a guide that takes you through the farm, tells you every spice that is in there, they use, how they process it, and all that. And there's also the most interesting part, you guys. After the guide, there's another guy that makes you some, they told me they're going to make me a spice queen. So I was like, wait, what? So they make some, these things, Queen's Hoover, they just make some how do I say it, something for the wrist, you know, to wear here, and for the neck. I don't know how to describe that. But you can see on the screen what I'm talking about. So they made me that, and they give you that now when you finish exploring the farm, after they tell you about the spices. So you sit down, wanaku crown. They crown you as a spice queen. And honestly guys, I really loved that experience. It was really just awesome. The things, they were made from I don't know what those things are, but you can see them, yeah. So it was such an experience. It was such an amazing journey, just exploring the spices. They know them in Swahili, and they also know them in English. Most of them wakiniambia kwa Kiswahili, honestly I think nilishika moja, because you guys, me and Swahili, in as much as it saved me at some point, I can, like, you know, those, you know, like, who knows sina moja inaitwaje kwa Kiswahili really. So really they could tell you the name in Swahili, then they also tell you the name in English. So I got to see vanilla, tangawizi, turmeric, what else? I saw so many spices, I can't remember all of them. All right, and then when there's also the processed, is it processed, basically kuna zile spices zimetengenezwa, they can sell to you. Some of them they have mixed, some of them wanaziuza like masalas. They mix, there's, you know, there's a mixture of that, and then there's the original thing itself. All right, so if you wish, you can buy for yourself, and you know, just go and make your food at home. As I say, there's also fruit. There's a lot of fruits that most of them I have seen and maybe I've never tasted, and most of them and others I've actually never seen them. So after the whole tour in the spice farm, you sit down, they crown you, and they give you a madafu. You sit there like a queen and enjoy the madafu, you guys. Then after that, you go sit down in a place where now people sit down and they get now to eat all of the fruits, you guys. I ate fruits I've never eaten in my life, and some of them I just see them in our markets and I'm like, no thank you. But then I go to taste all of them, like basically everything they have there, wanakukatia unakula, they, you know, they give the other person hivyo hivyo. So you just sit down there and eat all the fruits that were available there. So there were bananas, there was jackfruit, there was so many fruits. You can see them. You can see them, guys. So all of these fruits, I got to taste them, I got to eat them, and it was amazing. At least I got to eat things I've not eaten before, and it was such an experience. And the way they treat you, you know, wanakupatia kila kitu, they give you all the information, and the crowning part for me just took the day. So that is Tangawizi Spice Land. That is quite far from Stone Town itself. But it's like 30 minutes. If you're driving or you know boda boda, it's like, you know, 30 minutes to the Spice Land. But you should make a point of visit, and especially if you love to cook, you will leave that place with a basket full of spices, because everything is there, and everything I'd say is not manipulated. So it's in as much as imebondwa bond and all that, it is in its raw form. So it's not, you know, like it has not been compromised. So that was that about the spice land. Please, when you go to Zanzibar, make sure you visit that farm. It was an amazing journey. That is the spice land. I also the next place I visited was Jozani Forest, and you guys, I was sold out. The climate, you know, the area, the trees, when you're in there, you forget all your worries, you guys. You forget that you exist, you forget that you come from Kenya. You basically just forget your worries, because the environment there, the forest just gives you some sort of peace. If you love nature, if you're a nature lover, this place is going to do good to you. There's also a bridge that you walk through. and take amazing photos. You guys, the environment, and especially if you just want to unwind, you have to visit the forest. There was not so much to see in the forest. There was just the forest, the bridge that is inside, in is it in the forest, that I got, just to see and took some bomb photos. Again, you guys, I went there for the experience and also to take some very nice photos. So it was such an amazing journey. I mean, not like I mean forest, and especially if you love nature, you'll have such an amazing time in Jozani Forest. There's also monkeys and a few other things to see, but the mainly is just walking through the forest. Again, you're also paid, I mean, given a guide to take you through and tell you the different kinds of trees they have there and such things. All right. So that was it about Jozani Forest. When you go to Zanzibar, please make sure you visit the forest. Again, that is a little bit off town. It's about, I think it's more than 30 minutes to Jozani Forest. So yes, there is that. Number five, I got to visit this amazing hotel. The name is quite hard to pronounce, but it was Madinat, something of the sort. I will link it somewhere. So one thing I loved about this, I mean the hotels in Stone Town, they are quite high end, but then they allow you to go there. If they have a swimming pool, you can go there and swim. And unlike some hotels, they tell you, oh, they're not taking outsiders, or they have a lot of visitors. There's one I went to, but that had search, but then most of them actually allow you to just go and swim, or you can have dinner there, you can have lunch there. So me, I went to this particular one, and it was a beautiful hotel. It was a beautiful hotel that was giving me Dubai vibes. It was so beautiful. The swimming pool was so nice, the water, and the staff, everything about the hotel was really nice. And I also got the chance to have dinner there. And you guys, mimi nakupenda chakula. You guys, it was amazing. It was really amazing. The food was very sweet. And the funny thing, it's an high-end hotel, but then the food was not expensive, because I took dinner there, and it costed me like 2,200 Kenya shillings. So for me, that is fair enough, considering it was such an high-end hotel. So I took dinner there, and I had a glass of some what was it called? Some I've forgotten the name. Yeah, so basically that what I'm trying to say is that the hotels are not the accommodation is quite expensive, but then the food is not expensive, and the fact that they can welcome everyone, even if you just want to swim, it was such a nice treatment. So I went to swim there, and for the swimming I paid 1,300 Kenya shillings just to swim. Ndo mjue ni high end. I paid 1,300 to swim. Tanzania money, it was 23,500 shillings TZ money. And they give you a towel, they show you where to change, and now you get to enjoy the swimming pool. And you guys, mi napenda maji. I love water and I love to swim. So it was such an amazing, amazing, amazing place to be for me. I really wanted to visit some 2 or 1 hotel, but then time did not allow me. But I'm definitely going back to Zanzibar, because I feel like I didn't explore all the places. So again, that is it about the Stone Town and all the places that I visited. And I'm going to do another video on another place that I visited, that is called Nungwi. Nungwi is off town. It's a bit far. It's an hour on 1 hour 30 minutes. You saw me swim with the turtles. That is where you swim with the turtles. And I couldn't include all that in one video, because I would have done a really long video. So I'm going to do another episode about Nungwi. The beach there is amazing. And I got to swim with the turtles. It was such an experience, and it was scary and good at the same time. And there are a lot of activities to do in Nungwi, and I will tell you all about it in my next video. So please stick around for that, and make sure you subscribe and like all of these videos. It's going to mean a lot to me. Another thing that you need to note is that the stone town itself, there's a beach, yes, but then it's not very clean. It's not really good. So if you want to go to the best beaches, you guys, you have to go to Nungwi. I got a chance, I got to go there, and you guys, the beach, I've never actually swam in a beach, in the ocean for that long. Like I swam for, like, I think over 3 hours, because the water is super clean. You see those white sand beaches, you guys. That was Nungwi. So I will tell you all about Nungwi in my next video. And I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you have any more questions, please leave a comment, and I'll definitely get back to you. I have received questions about the whole cost, that basically my budget for the whole trip, and I'm also going to do another video on that, and I'm going to update you on everything that I did and everything that I saw that was beautiful in Zanzibar. And let's keep at it. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumb, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. So please stay tuned for all these updates. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Penny Charles, if you're new here, and if you're returning, if you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much for your support, and thank you for always keeping it here. Thank you so much for for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.